Before I start reading the statement on behalf of Collette Bell, I want to pay tribute to the family of Sheku Bayoh. This public inquiry would never have happened had it not been for their courage and their perseverance, or of Sheku's loved ones who have refused to walk away, who have refused to be silenced, bullied or patronised. This inquiry is a testament to their desire to seek the truth and to ensure that Sheku is never forgotten. The statement I'm now making on behalf of Collette Bell. Collette was the partner of Sheku Bayoh and the mother of Sheku's youngest child, Isaac, who was only 3 months old when his father died in police custody. I will speak mostly in the third party, but also sometimes in Collette's own words. Those listening to Collette's words should know that Sheku was called Shek by Collette. Collette is grateful to the inquiry for giving her the opportunity of hearing her words today. Collette met Sheku whilst on a night out in September 2012. She truly believes it was love at first sight, and Shek used to say it was like Cupid had shot him. It was easy to fall for Shek, as he was a loving, genuine, charismatic, and had a larger-than-life personality. He was down to earth, grounded, and so popular with everyone he met. Even if he was in a rush, he would always stop and chat. Shek had a passion for music and rapping. He also enjoyed keeping himself healthy and going to the gym. He was a lot of fun and lived life to the fullest, but more than anything, he was a family man. He would do anything for his friends and family, and they meant the world to him. From the moment that Collette met Shek, they became inseparable, spending most of their time together. Their relationship was fast-tracked from their meeting in September, and Collette moved in with Sheku in January 2013. But Collette said they were just madly in love, and it seemed like the natural progression. Collette says she will always be grateful for the many happy memories of the time they had together, of their holidays and the nights away. It was during a holiday to Cornwall that they spoke about their future and the thought of retiring to Cornwall as it was so beautiful. They both dreamt of growing old together with their children and their grandchildren visiting them. They would speak about their future a lot, and especially about getting married and what their big day would be like. Shek loved the idea of having a full weekend of celebrations, but it would also have been a celebration of his culture and his religion, with a blessing by an imam and the wearing of traditional clothing. Collette was in no doubt they could see a future together. As a partner, Shek was incredibly loving and thoughtful. Collette would always have fresh flowers in the house, as he brought her flowers every week with no reason required. Every morning she would wake up to him having prepared her coffee. He was always so supportive and affectionate, and they had a beautiful relationship filled with deep love for each other. Shek always used to laugh and say he was unique. He was one of a kind. There was never truer words spoken, as he was the best partner and perfect gentleman to Collette and others. One of the things Collette loved most of all was seeing Sheku being a father. Collette loved seeing the relationship Sheku had with his oldest son, Tyler. Sheku was such a caring, fun and doting father. Their bond was beautiful, and it only made Collette love him more, and she was in no doubt that she would want Sheku as a father to her children. In February 2014, all of Colette's dreams came true when they found out she was expecting. Unfortunately, this pregnancy was not meant to be. However, it made the couple realise just how much they would like a baby. Collette believed she was so lucky to fall pregnant again quickly, and in January 2015, they welcomed Isaac into the world. Just when Collette thought she couldn't love Shek anymore, seeing him as a dad to their son was breathtaking. He was such a hands-on dad and always wanted the best for his boys. His boys were his pride and joy. They were only just beginning the rest of their lives together when Shek was cruelly taken from Collette. She said it's so hard to think of the many possibilities, not to mention the empty space left in her life with not having Shek. Each day only gets harder for Isaac as he grows up not having Shek around. He often asks how Daddy died and why he had to go to heaven. Collette dreads the day that she will have to try and explain to Isaac the truth surrounding his father's death. Collette says she has made it her priority for Isaac to know and remember his dad. Shek was a well-loved man in the community, and his death has impacted on so many. Shek lived by the mantra of, you only live once, live your life to the fullest, you don't know God's plan, and tomorrow is never as promised, so make the most of every day. Collette is glad that Sheku lived by this mantra. He was thankful for all he had, the life he was blessed with, and was always optimistic about his future. Sheik had started going to college to further his career and become a gas engineer. He had so much to look forward to. Collette said Sheik always dreamed of being famous for his rapping, and she said Sheik would always say, "Watch this space. One day I'll be famous and my name will be in lights." He was right, but it should have been for his music and never because of his death and the struggle for justice. Collette said it was so hard to try and put into words what she felt. For her, there will never be enough words to explain how amazing Sheku was and how much she loved him. Collette was left devastated by his death, but has built herself back up from the shell she became, stronger each day, wanting to fight for Sheku, but also to be there for their son, Isaac. As the years have passed by, Collette says she has grown tired of the excuses, the lies, the arrogance, and the false hope she was given. Collette has been angered by the attempts to turn Sheku into a monster, knowing he was unable to answer for himself, whilst those who loved him were expected to keep silence. The past 7 years without Sheik has been difficult and heartbreaking. His loss was hard enough without the pain of waiting for what followed, which once again left her heartbroken. Collette often wonders how many families over the years have suffered in silence. How many more will have to go through similar ordeals before things improve? The pain of losing Sheik will never go away. It breaks Colette's heart that Isaac missed out on the future they should have had together as a family. Today, it will be 7 years and 7 days since Sheik was taken from Collette, and she does not have the strength to be here today, but hopes to speak to the inquiry herself soon rather than through her lawyer. But there is a warning for those powers who thought patronising Collette, trying to fool her, making broken promises, and believing that the passage of time would fracture her desire for justice. She states Sheku will not be forgotten. She will never stop loving and remembering Sheku, and today, and in the months ahead, she does not want empty words of condolences and promises. She wants you, the inquiry, to uncover the truth hidden for so long. Over the years, Collette reached her limit and had to look after herself so she could take care of Isaac and rebuild her life, as Sheik would have wanted. But that does not mean she is any less determined. She still yearns for justice for her Sheku. That is the very least this inquiry owes to her son Isaac. Collette felt naive as she was hopeful that this inquiry would have been over long before Isaac was at school. It is extremely hard to keep all of the circumstances of Sheik's death and this inquiry from Isaac, and it gets harder the older he is becoming. Collette says that she keeps Sheku's memory alive for Isaac because she wants him to know Sheku from the stories and the memories she has of him, not what is in the papers or spoken about in the playground. To conclude in her own words, Collette wishes to say today, having the inquiry going on for so long will make life difficult as you never get any closure. It's with you day and night. When it comes to the surface, it just brings dread, especially when all I experienced previously was disappointment after disappointment. I can't help but suspect there was a hope that people would stop caring about injustice and that we would simply give up. It is now our time. Our questions were answered. No family should ever have to go through the burden of losing a loved one in police custody. We should never have to rely on our own efforts to make sure the full facts about Sheku's death were known. I really hope this public inquiry fights for the truth and fulfills the promises made to our family and to my son, giving him a legacy where he can be proud of his father. Thank you.